the promise of Isaac. It's interesting that both Abraham and Sarah laughs when they hear that the two of them are going to bring forth a child. I don't really know if God waited for them to laugh, but it is interesting that both of them now thought it was totally impossible. It was laughable. Must have been something to it because God told them to name the child Laughter, Isaac. Hospitality, these three men that come to the camp here, and Abraham goes all out. That hospitality has gone down through the years up to this day in the Middle East. When we go to Israel, the hospitality that we are shown there. I've often joked around and said, it's, one of the best things you can do is to get lost. Don't actually recommend that. But one time I was in an Arab town. I was disoriented, and I walked up to a house, knocked on the door, and just asked, "Do you speak English?" And they said, "Yes." How do I get to the hotel? I'm lost. Oh my, they opened up their home. They had me come in. Immediately coffee was served, and they ran and got the grandma and grandpa and the aunts and the uncles and the cousins and the nieces and nephews, and they came in. They served this huge, huge meal, and we visited and talked. This American had come. They almost didn't want me to leave the house, but I told them I had to get back, and they finally pulled the car out of the garage, which was a special occasion for them, and put me into that car and drove me to that place. The hospitality was so great. Just look at the meal that they had right here. This meal Abraham served, the bread alone took 7.5 gallons of flour. It would be equal to 40 large American loaves. They didn't make them that large, but if you made the large loaves, it would be 40 of them for these three people. The meat was a calf, a young calf, over 100 pounds of veal right there. Interesting to note that Jewish law came years later. Abraham was not under Jewish law, and this meal was not according to Jewish law. They were serving meat and milk products at the same meal. Interesting. When I was in Afghanistan, I taught some of the people this story to tell this story. Now, they're a very strong man-dominated society. Women are of lesser value. And even among the Christians, as I had them act out this story, when they came to the point when Sarah laughed, and God said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh?" Oh, the look on Abraham's face as he turned to the wife. Wife came out and was so humble, and he was angry. I thought he was going to beat her up right there on stage. Well, that's not how this was at all. Sarah may have had a few words afterwards, but generally she was the queen of the camp and was not in deep trouble for this. In fact, Sarah is the first woman to be mentioned in the Hall of Faith for Hebrews chapter 11. A great woman. Come back next time when we give you more insights on the story.